If you really want to hone in on your eclipse season, let's talk about some dates and some homework, some studies. Go all the way back to April 8th of 2024. Girl, I know that was almost 2 years ago, but go back to it for a second. North Node, Aries, eclipse, new moon, solar eclipse, beautiful. What were you doing? What was coming through? What was happening? What were you thinking about? What were you moving in? What were you writing down? What were you talking about? What was going on? Check in with that. We have the eclipse in Aquarius, February 17th, 2026. It is a new moon solar eclipse and also related to the North Node. Even though the North Node is not in Aquarius yet, still North Node related. Okay. The other part of this is that we also are going to have Mars in Aquarius ruling over that Aries space for this upcoming eclipse. Not only do we have Mars and Aquarius ruling over that Aries space, we're also going to have Neptune and Saturn both in that Aries space while the eclipse is going on. February 20th, we have the conjunction of Neptune and Saturn in Aries, while the moon that was just being with the eclipse, okay, just a couple days before, that moon's going to be in Aries while the conjunction of Saturn and Neptune is happening. Tell me that's not a coincidence, because I don't think it is. Also, the only planets that are going to be in Aquarius at that time are going to be Mars and Pluto, which both rule over Scorpio. A lot more to say about that. Give me a second, because go back to that Aries eclipse, okay? What you were doing April 8th, 2024, new moon solar eclipse in Aries. That day was the start. It's the start of something new. Yeah, that was the start. We got something new on the plate. We got a new plate in front of us. We got new food to eat. We have new, okay? Then we cycle through those eclipses come early 2025. That's when Neptune, in the middle of an eclipse season, moves into Aries, okay? March 2025. I don't remember the exact day in this current moment, but that was when it was happening. I remember we had the eclipse and then Neptune immediately was like, actually, my turn, Aries, here we go. So that early 2025 eclipse season, March time, that was us rearranging, because we were also in a Mars and Venus retrograde time. It was messy, okay? That eclipse season, it was just messy. And not like the football player either, okay? It was just messy. It was, anyways, moving on. That March, let's go back to on in the conversation, but go back to that eclipse March of 2025, okay? Because it was messy, we were getting this big sort of like rearrange. We got a new purpose April 8th of 2024. Then that March season, we got a big rearrange. Feels strange. We have things to remove. We have things to deal with. We have things to reconfigure, okay? Bringing things to the light. We go through most of 2025. We have the fall eclipses arrive. Pisces, Virgo, Axis, also the only eclipse season that is all Pisces and Virgo stuff. Every other eclipse season is going to be more influenced by the external nodes, whether that be the Aries, Libra stuff, or moving forward now into the Aquarius and Leo stuff. Anyways, though, we have a turn late last year. Okay, now, actually, before we get to now, give me a second. Let's go back to that big picture stuff that I mentioned a second ago. Go all the way back to 2021 to 2023. That was the South Node in Scorpio. Remember how I said that Mars and Pluto right now are the only, you know what I feel like? You know that meme where he's like staring at the board behind him with all of the red string between a bunch of pictures, and he's just like fried out and he's like, all of that. That's how I feel right now. So I definitely didn't mean to point at all of my snacks and books, but whatever. Anyways, that eclipse season, those eclipses, generally speaking, when the South Node was in Scorpio and we had the North Node in Taurus, 21 to 23 years of 2021 to 2023. Okay. Because Mars and Pluto are together in Aquarius right now, we are not only getting ourselves into new contracts that we're going to have to prioritize for the coming however many years, because it's the eclipses and Pluto in Aquarius, and Neptune just moved into Aries. Long time, generally speaking. Okay. Long time for us in our lifetimes. We're also probably going to see why we had to go through such wretched times during 2021 to 2023. Ew. So we get to see why our suffering has suffered. What did it pay for? What were our sacrifices built for? We're also going to see new destiny, purpose related stuff, feeling bold enough to stand up to get going. Thank the gods. Okay. Oh my gosh. I don't know if they're vultures or they're eagles, but they're so high. You know how they fly so high up in the sky? They do the little column circles. They're doing that right now, and it's just so beautiful. Oh my God. Thank you, Spirit. Woo. So pretty. I haven't seen that since I've moved here. I used to see that all the time before I moved, and now this is the first time that I've seen. Oh my god. Oh, wow. I feel blessed. Let's continue. That's incredible. That April 8th, 2024 purpose reason that you were given relatively around that time frame, if you don't remember exactly what you were doing on April 8th of 2024, okay, just give it a general little scoop it up. That's not only what we're returning to, okay, we're also re-energizing it, seeing the sacrifices we've made on behalf of that already that we were not aware of before, while realizing that we, yeah, of course, have more to do. We're alive. That's what it is. Also, though, in that more to do, we're going to have direction, thankfully, okay? Not only are we going to have direction, we're going to realize our pros, cons, strengths, and weaknesses. And because Mars is involved in this, we are getting ready with battle, strategy, victory for that destiny, purpose related stuff that we have been working in and receiving and are getting again re-energized in this eclipse season. This is like, are you ready to go to war? Because you better know who you are and what you're fighting for. It's about to start. Yeah. Yep. So, do you know who you are and what you're fighting for? I honestly feel more prepared for that than maybe I thought. Okay, interesting. And if you know who you are, what you're standing for, what you're fighting for, what you're willing to fall for also, because one of the things about the spirits, listen, we're going to come in real close for this one. One of the things about the spirits that I have learned in the previous couple years, I had to track it in my brain. Yeah, previous couple years. Sometimes when it comes to justice work, how do they really know that you stand for something that you say that you stand for if you have yet to fall for it? Just food for thought, okay? Because I know there's a couple times in my life where I've been asked to fall, more than a couple. Are you willing to fall for this thing that you say that you stand for and that you say that you fight for? Which, of course, because I actually am real about it and I do it, then yeah, I have fallen for things. It hurt when it happened, because falling, right? A little gravity, okay. But yeah, I did. And then after that, the spirits were like, okay, so you're real about it. You're real about it. Crazy, okay? So get ready to stand. We're going to go back to normal perspective. Get ready to stand for what it is that you stand for, because we're about to go through some major changes, not only astrologically, but also included astrologically, societally, community-based, internally, on an individual level. Also, because that Mars is in Aquarius for that eclipse that's coming up in Aquarius, and it's ruling over the Aries space where both Neptune and Saturn are, interesting, okay? That Mars in Aquarius is ruling the eclipse, right? So again, go back to April 8th of 2024, you were given something. I don't know what it was because you are you and I am me. I know what I was given. That's great. Okay, you were given something. We both were given something. We all were given something. The gifts. Purpose, destiny related stuff. That now, with the way that this eclipse season is working, Mars and Aquarius, how we have been creating since then is going to reconfigure, give us new dynamics in that purpose, destiny related picture. We're going to be able to see the suffering that we have suffered, how it has paid the price for what it is that we are about to do, that we are already in the purpose of, have been walking in, waking in, working in, while simultaneously are starting to understand more about it. And because of some of the other stuff that's going on, Venus is conjunct the North Node basically immediately after that eclipse in Aquarius, asking us to really stand up and understand what we're worth and not back down. We are also going to see with that Saturn and Neptune conjunction on the 20th, several days after, a lot of prophecy messages about that purpose, destiny related stuff. This is the new beginning. This is what is going to happen. This is what's going on. So really, really, really lean into awareness. Pay attention. Not my ears starting to ring as I say that. Okay, me too. Thank you, Spirit. Get ready, because here it comes. Get ready, here it comes. Yeah, get ready, because it's about to start. Ooh, we got a lot to do. I think that's kind of it. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you. That's a lot to digest. There's a lot of time frames to go back and look at homework related stuff. Okay, but if you want to go study up, keep up the brew you need to do. I will too. I'm about to get my little tushy out of bed and go journal, because if you saw the previous video I made, it's a good day for journaling, and I just feel like I gotta go do it. So I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take my supplements. I'm gonna have a good day. I hope you have a good day too. And I'll talk to you soon. Also true. Okay, bye.